You are not the father. When it comes to 3-year-old Kanaya, Baran, you are not the father. When it comes to 1-year-old Monet, Lil Warren, you are not the father. Drew, you are not the father. When it comes to 3-year-old Brian Jr., Brian, you are not the father. Okay, Andrew, you are not the father. In the case of 4-year-old Jamaria Roosevelt, you are not the father.
It's fun to stay at the
All right, the doctor walks in and tells me I'm in good health, but I'm sterile. I'm like, what are you talking about I'm sterile? I got 3 kids. I don't make no sense to me. I don't understand I'm sterile. I don't know. It blows my mind. You know, I got 3 kids. One's 15, one's 12, one's 7. So I'm like, I don't understand that. So anyway, I go home and I just start thinking, these gotta be my kids. But I started thinking about the fact that every time we watch, like those Ancestry.com commercials, they come on and my wife kind of always turns the channel. I'm like, why you always turn it? I notice you always turn the channel. She's like, those are stupid. They don't even work. And I'm like, gotcha. Anyway, I started really thinking, I'm like, if I'm sterile, and the doctor said I've always been sterile. It's not like something that, it's always been genetically since I was born. I started thinking, I'm like, man, I'm going to have to go ahead and get these kids tested. I really didn't want to. I wanted to believe that my wife wouldn't do this to me, but I have to get my kids tested. So I secretly get a little sample of all of them. I go to the damn, the Ancestry.com place or whatever. And anyway, get them tested. Then I think about this. My wife got a birthday coming up. We got to throw this big birthday bash. We already been planned on it. So, basically I got the whole birthday bash planned. And then basically what happens is I get all of our families there, birthday bash. I get the popular mixologist in town. Chief of police comes because he works with my wife sometimes at our company. So chief of police, this whole big thing, because I want to make a big splash. It's her birthday, you see? So what ends up happening at a certain point, we bring the big birthday cake out. The old big birthday cakes you see on the movies? Got one of those big ones. And then I had a woman come out and she pulled up the sign that said, "You lying bee." Got your ass. And it blew everyone's mind. It blew her mind. What is this about? What is this about? And I was like, you know what? This is about? It's about the fact that this mixologist is his son. Hey, let me meet your daddy right here. I straight up had to tell him, this is your dad. The chief of police, hey, this is so 15-year-old mixologist, that's his daddy. Chief of police, 12-year-old, that's his daddy.
Before we even begin, just imagine sitting in a courtroom where not one, not two, but multiple men are about to hear the same life-changing sentence. You are not the father. This isn't just a normal paternity case. This is a chain reaction of truth unfolding in real time. Every result doesn't just shock the people involved. It shakes the entire room. Because what we're witnessing here is more than DNA results. It's years of trust, relationships, and beliefs being shattered in seconds. The real tension comes from knowing that each man likely walked in expecting confirmation, not denial. And as the names keep getting called, you start to realize the situation is far deeper than anyone expected. The real question is, how did it get this far without the truth coming out sooner?
Do you need something? Do you need something? Do you need something? No. Do you need something? What? Do you need something? No. Okay, I thought so. Keep it pushing.
If you're getting rude, you can leave. Nobody was looking at you.
He glances over at a woman taking her shirt off, whether or not That's the reason he glanced. She decided to do that. He's a pervert now because of that. You probably want to wear more than just your underwear. And yeah, according to the laws in most states, apparently, they're free to treat the gym like a nudist resort if they so choose. But they're not free to control everyone else's minds and eyeballs while they perform a striptease at Planet Fitness. You don't behave this way and dress like that unless you want attention.
Right now, there's a huge debate on whether or not paternity tests should be mandatory. A lot of women are against it, to no surprise whatsoever. A lot of them are saying that they would divorce their husband immediately if he asked them for a paternity test. And even some men are saying that it would be labeling their wife as a to ask for a paternity test. So I'm going to have to disagree with the women and the men on this that are against mandatory paternity tests, because as a woman, I'm never going to know what it feels like to question if the child is mine or not, with the exception of baby swaps in the hospitals. But how often does that happen? And also, as a woman, why wouldn't I want my child to then be swapped to ensure that that is my child after all, and then give that man peace of mind? This isn't about trust. This is just about peace of mind, because you know what? With the statistics that have come out and the data that has come out with how many women cheat in marriages and how many women cheat in general, if I was a man, I would want a paternity test for sure. In France, it's caused such a debacle that they have made it illegal. Doesn't that in itself...
Right from the start, the reactions in the room tell you everything. This isn't just surprising, it's explosive. People cheering, screaming, emotions running high. This is not a calm courtroom anymore. But what really stands out is a pattern. One result might be shocking, but when it keeps happening again and again, it becomes something much bigger. This is no longer coincidence. It's a situation built on hidden truths. Every one of these men likely carried responsibility, emotionally and maybe financially, believing they were fathers. And in just seconds, that identity is stripped away. That kind of moment doesn't just pass, it stays with you. And as the results keep coming, you can't help but wonder how many more lives are about to be flipped upside down.
I storm at the moment because I will make you pay. And how exactly does someone plan on making the man pay? I will literally tell her to put her phone and her card away and make you pay. Oh, well, that'll do it. But I've noticed that some of those very individuals who would actually say that the man should pay are actually some of the same ones that don't like gender norms and stereotypes. Unless, of course, it benefits them.
All right, can I leave you some money?
What was that?
Can I leave you some money?
If you want.
Are you allowed?
Huh?
Are you allowed?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I just found out, I've been paying child support for 5 years to my ex. And then I found out today that the kid isn't mine, so the judge threw it out.
Serious?
Yeah, it was my brother's.
Yes.
Yeah, bro. So I got more money now.
And I hope you have a good day, bro.
Yeah, you too.
Meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I have 2 really important questions for you.
Ready.
1, when's the last time you cried?
When my dog died.
Okay.
You like criers?
No, I just want a man that can like go through his emotion. If that means he needs to cry, once a month. Second question, what's your death row meal?
My death row meal?
You're dying tomorrow, what are you eating? There are wrong answers.
Well, actually, probably the lasagna that my grandma used to make and my mom makes now.
Okay.
What's yours?
I'm starting with an Olive Garden never-ending salad.
Olive Garden salad?
I don't hear any Olive Garden slander. I put a lot of thought into this.
No.
Hey, Michaela, you do karaoke, right? Can you sing a little song for Kev right now?
I need like 14 shots before I start singing with you.
So if we were in the car, you wouldn't sing with me?
Well, first of all, you're driving, correct? I'm a passenger princess. I can't operate a vehicle.
You don't know how to drive?
No, I do.
So I met someone who can't ride a bike. You don't know how to drive.
I know how to drive, but that's a man's duty. Do you disagree?
Now it's getting to the point where the phrase, "you are not the father," almost loses its shock value, not because it's less serious, but because it's happening so frequently. And that's what makes it even more intense. This is no longer about a single mistake or misunderstanding. This is a repeated pattern that affects multiple people at once. Think about the emotional damage here. Bonds that were built over years suddenly questioned in seconds. It's not just the men affected. It's the children, too, whose identities are now being challenged. Situations like this create long-term consequences that don't just disappear after the courtroom ends. And at this stage, the biggest question becomes, who knew the truth all along, and who was completely blindsided?
Yes, I'm ready.
When it comes to the paternity of 3-year-old Sage Catron, that you, Mr. Knighton, are not the father.
That's a lie. That test must be a lie.
Let me just say this, Miss Corella. A lot of things can lie. He can lie. You can lie. The DNA does not lie.
Damn.
It is what it is.
It's over.
Okay. Are you ready to disclose who the father is?
Sure. The father would be the man that was in that video.
So the manager?
Yes.
See, Your Honor,
yes,
she owes
it
me
was the
some
man
money
in that
at least
video.
for that.
No, sir.
She owes me something, Your Honor.
What you got, Mr. Knighton, is your freedom.
So
So run with it.
Oh yeah, you right about that. I'm free from this problem. Right.
Fair, your legs are longer than my legs. Of course they would be higher. But if you're looking at the swing seat distance, it's the same. Mac, I was going that high. Mac, I was literally going. Yes, I was. Mac, I was.
Okay, I think I'm at the height though.
You think that says hi?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes, I'm almost like parallel to the lead.
Okay.
Mac, that is the same height. That is the same height. Oh my god, wait, I'm getting butterflies.
At this point, it's clear that this isn't just bad luck. It's something much deeper. Each result adds more weight to the situation, and you can feel the tension building with every announcement. Imagine believing you're a father for years, forming a connection, taking responsibility, only to have that completely taken away in a public setting. That's not just shocking, that's life-altering. And what makes this even more intense is that it's happening repeatedly, not just once. The courtroom becomes less about individual cases and more about a bigger story of trust being broken. And naturally, it raises a serious question. How does something like this stay hidden for so long without anyone questioning it earlier?
Probably the number one reason why I have purpose in my life. It is the reason why I have hard conversations. It's the reason why I create art or why I write. It's the reason why I continuously need to learn, why I want to learn. Being angry is really my driving force in life. It is my greatest strength and sometimes my greatest weakness. And I'm so sick of it being stigmatized and because when I, especially as a woman, when I think of anger, I honestly think of angry men and I think of abuse and I think of all these terrible things and how it's only so harmful to the world, right? But when a woman is angry, it's because something is wrong. Something is wrong. When men are angry, it's because it serves their ego. When women are angry, it's because they are in harm or other people are in harm. It's out of empathy. And I just feel like that root cause of anger is so swept under the rug and so misplaced as far as perception goes. When a man is angry, of course, the world just swallows it whole. But when a woman is angry, she's too much. She's too loud. It's too much. She has to shut up, right? This is a safe space for angry women. And if you haven't been angry in your entire life, but you feel it boiling inside of you, this is the home for you.
Okay, honey. Oof. How about just don't live a life that makes you constantly feel angry? Any takers? What I love about this is the double standard, right? And we'll talk about that in a second, about how her anger is all positive, right? Because women can do no wrong. But your anger is problematic. Yours is aggressive. Yours is, abusive. Yours is all, as if an angry woman can't be abusive. Guys in the chat, you ever dated a woman who gets angry and starts name calling, starts being verbally abusive, starts, calling you all kinds of names, nasty stuff, threats? Because I've seen that. So this idea that an angry woman is a do no harm, but an angry man is a do harm, and that automatically is always the case is just so beyond absurd and dumb, honey, and brainwashed.
If you enjoyed this video, I promise you will love this next video. I will see you there.
Now, when we hear the man's backstory, everything starts to connect. Finding out from a doctor that he has been sterile his entire life changes the entire narrative instantly. Because now, it's not suspicion, it's confirmation that something was never right from the beginning. And what's interesting is how he starts connecting small details, like his wife switching channels during Ancestry commercials. These little moments might seem insignificant at first, but when combined, they create doubt. This is how reality slowly unravels, not all at once, but through patterns that don't quite make sense. And once that doubt is planted, it grows. At that point, seeking the truth becomes unavoidable, no matter how painful it might be.